Welcome back to another video. We're going to be going into a 2-round breakdown of who we should be thinking about picking for each team here down the stretch. I'm not going to be doing trades yet. Not until free agency really hits. I'm really afraid to even go down that path. So let's actually start getting into it. So I'm still going to go Caleb Williams to the Bears. I don't think they keep Justin Fields. And yes, people are like, okay, well, the Bears are looking stronger and stronger every year. When you continue to have someone like Justin Fields that doesn't, read his first reads, doesn't progress through the play, doesn't, see the field completely how other quarterbacks see it. But I think Caleb Williams is the best prospect that Chicago has had. Would have best quarterback prospect ever, in my opinion. And it really says something when Jay Cutler is your leader in passing yards. Going to Commanders, again, I love the 1A, 1B thing with Drake May and Marvin Harrison. So I just feel like Commanders, they could trade down here. And again, we're not doing trades. They could trade. But who's going to really have all the pieces to trade up to 2? I think they just stick and pick here. They get a new guy for Cliff Kingsbury. If you want a quarterback that can start for you right away, I would most certainly take Drake May. We'll have to see if Commanders stick and pick here, but if they do, got to be a quarterback, so I'm going Drake May. Patriots, this is the one that everyone has just been drafting quarterback. As much as I like doing that, I just don't think you should pass on Marvin Harrison here. There's just no way, and I understand, you could say, well, then why do the Bears and Commanders pass on them? Well, they desperately need a quarterback. The Patriots, they don't desperately need a quarterback right now. Wait a year. You can wait a year. Or you can go get a guy you like in the second round, third round. There's a lot of quarterbacks that will probably drop. And I just don't like the idea that everyone's talking about 6 quarterbacks in the first round because I just don't see that, and I don't have a first-round grade on most of these quarterbacks. Marvin Harrison, to me, has to go in the top 3 picks. I just feel like he has to. And if he goes at 4, it's just going to be so shocking to me because, this guy is more than just a blue chip player. He just is – he's it. He is it. He is guaranteed 1,000 yards in his rookie year. He is going to, be a wide receiver 1 on any of these teams that he gets drafted to. He could be wide receiver 1 for a lot of these NFL teams. You put him on the Chargers, he could be wide receiver 1 over Keenan Allen. And I don't even know, if the Chargers even have a chance of getting him. But with what I've been hearing lately, there's a chance. And there's people trying to argue, too, that Malik Nabers is prospect number 1 over Marvin Harrison. I just don't see it. And then I think the Patriots stick and pick. They take Marvin Harrison. Get a weapon in the building because everything has seemed lackluster. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. fits in any situation and will make any team. He elevates any team as a wide receiver. Here with the Cardinals at 4, there's just too much talent at the wide receiver tackle for them to go any other direction. I think it's best that they go and take Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers is just so smooth. He's wide receiver 1 in a lot of other drafts, and he's above Rome Odunze for me for sure, and I have seen a lot of guys like DJ Rome Odunze over everybody. I think Cardinals could go Rome Odunze, could go Malik Nabers. I think wide receiver is perfect for them. You have Hollywood Brown, who's probably not coming back. Cardinals definitely got to go offense here. Chargers, a lot of people have been teasing the idea of Joe Alt. Trey Pipkins is there. Do you really, and obviously Rashawn Slater has his spot solidified, but you really want to take a tackle here? Brock Bowers is there, man. And Gerald Everett, I don't know if they retain him. He doesn't have anywhere near the qualities that Brock Bowers has. They could still keep Gerald Everett in this offense. There's nothing saying they can't. They could run 2 tight ends. It's not a problem when you have a guy like Brock Bowers. But, man, with Brock Bowers with Greg Roman, we saw what he did in Baltimore in 2019. Mark Andrews, man, he was the number 1 wide receiver on that offense. he makes the tight end the number one wide receiver in his offenses. I mean, if Greg Roman has a lot of influence on this draft, I feel like Brock Bowers doesn't slide at all, and he goes at 5. Giants is a very interesting one. I've been hearing things about them trading up, go get their quarterback. Maybe they take Jaden Daniels here, maybe they don't. If they're not trading and they stay here, they take a wide receiver, and I'm going to have to go with Rome Odunze. But, Fuaga would be a great choice. Fuaga going first seems a little, taboo for people, but it could happen. But I'm going to have to go Rome Odunze here. Now, tackle, I think, again, they're just going to take the top tackle here. And for me, that is Joe Alt. Falcons, everybody's been doing a pass rusher really here. I think if a wide receiver does drop here, they could go a wide receiver. But if Jaden Daniels drops, the Falcons have to take a chance on him. There's no way they don't. Desmond Ridder, just such poor play. Taylor Heineke, some of the poorest play as well. And then he got injured, and then Desmond Ridder comes in, and it's just like, oh, yeah, it didn't get any better. And some people might say it's Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is a great coordinator. He has great play designs. It's just he's just not the best coach. That's why he got fired. I think with new regime, Raheem Morris brings in his guys, Zach Robinson. Like this has to be a quarterback. Go get your new guy. Desmond Ridder was a 3rd-round draft pick that you guys took a chance on. You just said, screw it. We'll try it with this guy. And you have. You have given him chances to show what he can do, and it hasn't gone right. Take a chance with Jaden Daniels here and stick and pick here. Now, Bears here probably want to go wide receiver, but as you can see, all the wide receivers that I would like to see in the top 10 are gone. So, in my opinion, they have to go edge here. And I've been really back and forth with Dallas Turner and Jalen Verse, but it seems to me that the NFL is way more higher on Dallas Turner than Jared Verse. And so I'm going to have to go Dallas Turner here for number 9. 10, the Jets would like to get the top tackle, that's for sure. Deciding on who they'll get really is going to, be factored on how these tackles perform in the combine. This combine could affect how these guys are drafted here. The Jets kind of don't know what they want to do with what they have. They're kind of figuring that out right now. With all that uncertainty, someone that could give you more flexibility would be Fuaga, and that's why I'm going to go Fuaga here at 10 to the Jets. The Vikings, I'm going to have to go with the other top edge player. Danielle Hunter's gone in this offseason. He's going to be gone. Go get someone to replace him. Go get Jared Verse. I don't like a QB for them. I still think they should keep Kirk Cousins. They might let him walk in free agency. We'll have to see. Next up, we got the Broncos. Russ's time in Denver is seeming to end here. I think it's only right they go for a quarterback here. This one has Nix and McCarthy all written over it. I think they should go with Nix here. NFL is a lot higher McCarthy than a lot of people. I could see Broncos taking McCarthy here. And as much as I don't want them to, they probably might do it. To me, I don't see it in McCarthy. I don't see what some of these NFL scouts are seeing. But, the intangibles are most certainly there for McCarthy. He has what it takes to be a winner in this league. But I see a higher floor, but I do not see a high ceiling for McCarthy. And I would take Nix here, but I think if this board falls the way it does, Broncos are taking McCarthy with 12. Raiders, they did just lose Jimmy Garoppolo for 2 years, and they are releasing him. So now they are stuck with Aiden O'Connell. I think they give Aiden O'Connell another shot. I think they give him one more year at least. I actually think they could go with someone like Fashanu here or Latham. I think they actually go Latham over Fashanu. I feel like you could put him inside. Hopefully it's not like Alex Leatherwood. Oh my gosh. The Saints are super happy. They can get someone that would definitely fit in their system, and that's Fashanu. They would be so happy if Fashanu dropped to them. That line's getting old. Here we go with the Colts. I think it's just been so blatantly obvious that Colts have been lacking that outside presence at the corner position for multiple years now, and they've tried to draft corners in the later rounds, but it just has not panned out for them. I think they need to get the number one corner in the draft in Terrion Arnold. And Arnold might not be your number one corner, but I feel like they need to go number one corner in this draft. I mean, there has been people talking about Kenyon Mitchell being the number one corner. Obviously, Wiggins has been there too. But I think Arnold still has the case for being number one. Now, this one to me is very difficult. I would love to go Jackson Powers Johnson here. But people might think that's way too high for a guard/center, interior lineman. I think what he did at the Senior Bowl is just incredible. And he just stands out over any other player in his position. But do you take him this high is the question. I want to see him in the first round. He's just too good of an interior lineman to not go in the first round. But I don't know if he goes at 16. I don't think he does. I think there's just too many other good players that the Seahawks cannot let go. I think they still need that pass rusher. And I'm going to go Latu. Jaguars, they have a couple different routes they could go here. I really think they still need that corner along with Campbell. Wide receiver is definitely a need too. I don't think Calvin Ridley stays. Zay Jones to me is a very good 4. Not really someone you want to have as your 3. Christian Kirk, he's a mainstay. I think they could go wide receiver here, and there is people on the board that could go this high, and definitely, in my opinion, Brian Thomas could go this high. Jacksonville, definitely wide receiver needed team. I'm going to go Brian Thomas here. Now for the Bengals, I still think they want to tackle here. I think they go Amarius Mims here. I think they missed out on Lael Collins, but I think Tyler Guyton might actually take this over. So for now, I'm going to go Mims, but I really like Guyton here too. I think Guyton probably will take that spot. So for the Rams, they can go get a number 1 corner. With this, I still like a defensive player here, 100%. Who knows if they trade out of this. They can honestly go QB here too if they like Bo Nix. If Matthew Stafford is considering retiring, which I don't know if that's the case. But for them, I'm going to have them stick and pick, and I'm going to have them go with Nate Wiggins. Steelers, this guy fits the mold for them very well. A lot of people have been mocking them tackle, but I think they're going to stick with Dan Moore here and Broderick Jones on the other side. I think they get someone to pair with Joey Porter Jr. and get a guy that has been raising up boards and might not be here at 20 for them post-combine, and that's Quinyon Mitchell. I really liked him. Did really well at the Senior Bowl. Hopefully he's there for them at 20 because he really would fit that type of defense in Pittsburgh very well. I've been doing this one a lot. I still like this one. Dolphins need to fix that O-line up. On paper, Dolphins look like a very well put together team, and they're going to have new defensive coaching. They're going to have some guys coming back from injuries. Who knows how long Terran Armstead's going to be there for. I think you go get someone that, again, has shown from time and time again, they are the number 1 interior lineman in this draft by a mile, and he did that at the Senior Bowl. Jackson Powers Johnson. Eagles, they could do a lot here. A lot. They could definitely do a lot. A lot of these names at the top here are staring him right in the face. A lot of good corners here. It does, bother me how bad this defense was playing. They could let go of Bradbury and get someone across from Big Play Slay. And I think Kool-Aid McKinstry is a great candidate for that. I think they go Kool-Aid McKinstry here. Call me crazy, but Texans are probably losing Grenard. So they could go pass rusher here. What I've been doing a lot is I've been mocking Braswell higher because I think with D'Amico Ryans being from Alabama and with Will Anderson also being from Alabama, it's just the connection is too strong there, and I think they will draft high on Chris Braswell. I just like that so much for them. With Grenard having the possibility of leaving, I think that would be what they probably would do. Not probably what I'd want them to do. We've been seeing it a lot in the last couple drafts, so I think they might do it. Cowboys here, I think the obvious one is Tyler Guyton. Unfortunately, the people after him, the team Packers, would like him. And even maybe like the 49ers would want him as well. But I think the Cowboys do not at all slide on a guy like Tyler Guyton. Here, the obvious one is Cooper DeJean. I mean, they need DBs here, and Cooper DeJean can do it all for them. And he truly is a unique prospect and so instinctual. Buccaneers, they could go line here. Defense, it's getting older, but they have some young pieces on the defense. They could go corner here as well. Jamel Dean might be out of the building. And actually, I'm going to change my pick here to, believe it or not, Rackstraw. He's been moving up the boards a lot, and I think he could go here at 26 to the Bucks. Cardinals here, there's a lot they can do. Their defense, there's not really much solidification. The fact that no one really has a guaranteed spot on the defense. With that being said, they take the best defensive prospect that is on the board. I think Brian Murphy is the best defensive interior player. Took Avengers on Newton. I think Brian Murphy goes to 27 to the Cardinals. And unfortunately, the Bills would like someone like Newton there. They're going to want that vertical speed. They're going to probably lose Gabe Davis. Let's go Troy Franklin here. Lions, man, I still love this pick, and I'm going to do it again. Darius Robinson here for me, just so perfect. If they can get Robinson on the edge with Aiden Hutchinson here, it would be so good. And I know that might be a little high for some people. They definitely need another pass rusher. Their O-line, some uncertainty there. Another corner would be nice for them. A lot of people have been saying defensive line, because I don't know if they're going to keep Madubuike or not. I would love to see them franchise tag him. That man does deserve to get paid. Who knows if he's a product of Mike McDonald's defense. Jadeveon Clowney had a pretty good year, and he was looking like he was starting to slow down until he got to the Ravens. They could trade out of this, honestly. There's not many great corners they would go here, to be honest. Some of these teams do surprise you with their late first-round picks. Man, I think if Fatanu's there, they take him, right? It's annoying because this Ravens line is very all over the place. To have someone to create that depth, and then if something goes awry next year, you can just slide him in, would be nice. As much as I want to go Fatanu, wide receiver would be nice. Jason Newton might be super high for teams, and Ravens might be like, hey, let's take this guy. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Some people might disagree with that. I mean, they have Travis Jones and Madubuike's there. With uncertainty there at that position, I think they got to go Jason Newton. 49ers, for me, this one's easy. They would like to do Graham Barton here. If Fontano's here, they got to go him. Chiefs, I think they need a wide receiver. Rashee Rice did very well for them this year, but if they can get someone else, that'd be good. And Keon Coleman, just everyone's loving Keon Coleman to the the Chiefs. So I'm going to continue to do it. And I didn't do 2 rounds, so 1 second. All right, entering into the second round here, we have the Panthers now on the clock for their first time. Do they go get a top wide receiver? It really will depend on how the board's looking at this point for them. They very much need a wide receiver for Bryce Young here. But who catches my eye out of these guys has to be a Donnie Mitchell. I'm going to go with Donnie Mitchell here. Patriots took a wide receiver, and they noticed, you know what? Let's take a shot at a QB since he didn't go in the first round, and that's Bo Nix. Cardinals, they take Malik Neighbors and Byron Murphy. Still multiple routes they could go here. I think I'm going to go corner here, and I'm going to go Kamari Lassiter. Commanders, they pick Drake May, and let's get someone that can protect him very much so. Commanders, offensive line, led up the most sacks last year. I'm going to have to go Graham Barton here. Chargers. All right, so Chargers went Brock Bowers first round. So I think they can address some of the problems on defense here. They probably would have liked to take a corner there, or a corner as well. They could go some of these guys here. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Mike Sainstra, little Michigan background here as Jim Harbaugh takes his guy. I think Titans, they go wide receiver here. I'm going to say what I think Brian Callahan would do, and that's go with Vlad McConkey. Giants, all right, call me crazy. Daniel Jones has been getting a lot of flack in the NFL media recently. This is his last year as a Giant, and I think they take Penix here, give him some competition in camp, and I think they go Penix. For Commanders, we had him take a offensive lineman and a quarterback, so I think now it's time to go to the defensive side, and I think they get Chop Robinson. Very fast guy. Dan Quinn would love him. Another Penn State edge rusher. Packers. So they go with Cooper DeJean in the first round. They can put him anywhere. This is where they look at tackle, and best guy that I believe could go here and is very versatile for them. Someone that would be good to go with if they can't get Tyler Guyton, and that is Jordan Morgan. So Vikings take edge rusher Jared Verse in the first round. All right, so I'm going to go with a wild pick here, and people might not like this. People might like this. This running back class kind of not the best, not really a clear number one, except I think this guy is a clear number one. Only thing is really holding him back is injuries, and this is a guy that played behind Bijan Robinson, and it is Jonathan Brooks. I think he is the number one running back, and I think he will go in the second round, and I think the Vikings might draft him high because their issues with running back have been heavy. They draft McBride, doesn't really see the field. They put in Ty Chandler. He plays the best over a guy that they had a lot of confidence in Alexander Madison. I think they take another chance and draft a running back here with their second round pick and take a chance on the number one running back in this class. So a guy that has been really going up the boards for me in this draft has to be Christian Haynes from UConn. I think he would be great in this interior for the Falcons. Can play center, can play guard for him if they need it. But I think then, he can learn behind some pretty good guards. So I'm going to go with Christian Haynes at 43. Raiders, I think, go corner here. The best corner for me still right here has to be TJ Tampa. I can start right away if they need it. So I'm going to go TJ Tampa. Saints, Cameron Jordan, he ain't getting any younger. Their D-line kind of struggled last year. I want to go with a defensive interior player. And my number 3 DT has to be Chris Jenkins. I would like to see him go in the first round, but I don't think he will. So I'm going to go with Chris Jenkins here to the Saints. What says we can't go Jatavian Sanders to the Colts? I'm going to go with Jatavian Sanders. I know they could probably go wide receiver, and people are like, oh, why don't they just take wide receiver here? I'm going to go Sanders here. This isn't really much of a reach. For the Giants, I think this is actually where the first linebacker comes off the board. I think they can go with a top linebacker, and a lot of people have Peyton Wilson at their number one linebacker. He's had a lot of injuries. Others have Edgerrin Cooper, Jeremiah Trotter. I think they go Wilson here. Jaguars, they got their wide receiver. This isn't where the safeties start, but I think they go Kingsley Sumataya. I think this is who they go with here. Bengals got their tackle in the first round. A guy that I really like, Florida, Ricky Pearsall. T. Higgins, they're going to try and franchise tag him. There's no certainty. So I'm going to go Ricky Pearsall here. Now, with the Eagles, they could also go wide receiver here. I really like Xavier Worthy. I don't know if they go him here. They definitely would like a gadget guy like Polk, but I feels a little rich for me. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go Xavier Worthy here from Texas. We got Rams now. I really like Adisa Isaac. That would be a very good fit for them. Wait, who did we draft in the first round? To them. A corner. Or no, wait, yes, Nate Wiggins. We gave him Nate Wiggins. I think they can continue to work on that defense. The offense is pretty good. The line played very well. Let's go Adisa Isaac here. Steelers up next. I think this is where the first safety comes off the board. Tyler Nubin is the best safety in this draft. Now, I really like Bullard for the Steelers, but Nubin's too good of a safety to just let slide. I'm going Nubin here with the Steelers. If he's there, they got to take him. But if Nubin's not there at 52 for them, Bullard is such a great pick, man. He would fit so well with that team. Now we got the Dolphins. I just don't know why people really don't like the idea of them going and getting another wide receiver. I mean, it just, to me, seems right. They just never had that great third wide receiver. Why don't you go get someone like Roman Wilson, who you can put wherever you want, in the slot, outside, whatever you want to do. Again, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, they also give you that option. So when you have 3 wide receivers that give you an option where you can put them, the defense is going to be completely, like, on their toes. I'm going to go Roman Wilson here. Eagles have another pick here. They took corner in the first round, Khalil McKinstry. They took Xavier Worthy. And, again, there's no trade back, so maybe they trade back here. Maybe there's not something they like, they don't see. But I think they got to go linebacker here. And I really like Edgerrin Cooper. Would it be Jeremiah Trotter, or is that too rich? I'm going to go Edgerrin Cooper here. But, you know, Trotter might be a good fit, and they might like that, and they might go for him. Courtesy of Deshaun Watson, the Browns have their first pick here, number 55. I think they could go wide receiver here. And someone they could use as a utility player would be someone like Jalen Polk. Give him a different identity. Cowboys, for me, if Jonathan Brooks is there, they take him. Don't know if they'll retain Tony Pollard. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it. I've been liking this guy. I've been hearing about this guy. Been watching his tape. It's looking really good. Jalen Wright. I'm going to have to go Jalen Wright here. Packers, they continue to work on that defense, and they take Javon Bullard. He is a ball hawk, and he is a hard hitter. Buccaneers, we took Rackstraw. They could go tackle. No, a guy I would really like to see for them is Zach Frazier from West Virginia. Texans, first round, they go Chris Braswell. And I know this guy had a rough Senior Bowl, and it did look rough, but I think Texans take a chance on him here, and that is Tez Walker from UNC. There's no way he gets let out of the second round simply because of a rough Senior Bowl performance. Bills at 60. They had a lot of injuries at this position, and they need some depth. I think they go with Jeremiah Trotter here from Clemson. So right here, I think the Lions would trade back based on what they have on the board. But I think what they could do here is probably take a chance on a corner. Who I've been liking the most out of these guys probably has to be Kalen Carson here. So I'm going to go Kalen Carson. The Ravens at 62. First round, they go with Jerzon Newton. They would also probably like to take a chance at corner here or trade out. I'm going to go with Karan from Yale. Take a chance on him. You know, that Ravens O-line is getting old. They didn't have really a great year this year. 49ers go Troy Fontanu in the first round. I'm going to go Kyrie Jackson here from Oregon. Lastly, but not least, we have the Chiefs at 64. And with the probability of Chris Jones leaving, I'm going to go Leonard Taylor here. I just don't think T'Vondre Sweat is a round 2 guy. He might not even be day 2. He might be in day 3. They might go Michael Hall here. I just don't know if I like these top 3 right here. I just been liking Leonard Taylor. I'm going to go Leonard Taylor. All right, if you guys have enjoyed this mock draft, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave any comments if you have anything you want to let me know or inform me, or there's anything you didn't like about this draft. I'm not the perfect person here. I just watch a lot of NFL. I'm not the best college analyst. I just am big on the NFL. I don't really have time to sit here and watch all these prospects. Thanks for watching. If you're all the way through this video, I applaud you. Leave a comment if you made it all the way through. And thanks for watching.